Odafe, welcome to Baltimore. This is Jameson from ESPN. What was kind of your biggest takeaway from these past 2 days, of being in the NFL?
It was great. It's a lot of hard work, which I pride myself on. It's a lot of seeping in information, trying to be able to pick up things fast, and then be able to do it fast on the field as well. And then the tempo is obviously different. Practice is game tempo, and then walkthroughs is like practice tempo. So it was a great adjustment. I love the way it's going right now, and I can feel myself getting better.
Right. Hey, Dafe, on that point, you're relatively more new to football than a lot of prospects coming in. Do you feel yourself making rapid improvements, and where do you see yourself kind of already, where you see a difference in the NFL and where you see yourself growing?
Yeah, I'm obviously relatively new, but it's just really encouraging because I've been playing for 5 years, but I'm making plays out there against in the NFL team, so it feels good, and I feel like I came from a 4-3 defense, and I'm playing outside linebacker, so I'm picking it up pretty well, and it's making me feel good about my versatility and what I can do, and I'm just seeping in more and more information, and I'm getting it right now, so it's a good start.
Kirk McEwen?
Odafe, welcome to Baltimore. And I just want to know your thoughts on the last couple of weeks, sneaking into the first round, and then now hearing the world call you by your given name, going by your middle name for so long, and now hearing your name come out of everybody's mouth, and also getting to work at one winning drive. I mean, the last couple of weeks must have been a whirlwind. Take us through it a little bit.
In my mind, I feel like I went right where I was supposed to be. I don't feel like I snuck into anything, but I felt like Baltimore was my home and where I was supposed to be, where God wanted me to be. So that's that. But in terms of my name, it feels good because I'm starting a new chapter, and I'm just going by my first name, which I haven't gone by since probably I was like 7 years old. So it feels good to start new and just work hard and really try to flip the script and prove a lot of doubters wrong.
Garrett Downing?
Dafe, you talked about learning things. Just I think the question before. Could you talk about the work that you're putting in off the field in terms of just learning the playbook and whether it's film study, but just trying to learn kind of the mental side of the game in addition to what is happening on the field?
It's just a lot of repetition and studying. Like I'm not in school anymore. I actually technically am, but you're just it's academics with football. So it's just a lot of studying outside of watching film with your positional coach. Studying the installs with your positional coach. You got to do the extra, and that's what I've been able to do, and I've really seen the dividends. Just being able to study it, watch extra film, watch what the film, the technique on what I could do better, and it's helping. And people say that all you gotta do is study, and it's true. You gotta study and put in the extra work, and that's what I've been doing.
Gustavo Salazar?
Odafe. So what have you learned after these 2 days in the mini camp, getting a little taste of what it's like to be a Raven?
You repeat that? You cut out. I'm sorry.
I said, what have you learned the last 2 days being here at mini camp and getting a taste of what it's gonna be like being a Raven?
Every day is a day where someone's trying to take your spot. You got to work hard. You gotta suck up anything that's ailing you. You gotta. It's your job at this point, and it feels so good. In college it was always like a side part. You were trying to get your academics right, and then obviously you were playing collegiate football. But it feels good to try to hone in on your craft and perfect it every single day. So that's probably what I've learned the most with the Ravens organization. They pride themselves on trying to perfect your craft, and I'm doing that every single practice, every single second of practice, and outside of practice, I'm in here early and we leave late. So that's probably what I've learned the most.
Evan Richardson?
Yeah, Delphi, how is the adjustment going from Penn State, where you may at practice have over 100 guys on the field, versus 25 guys, and there's really no engaging with the offensive lineman?
I don't understand what you're asking. I'm sorry.
Sure. Well, at Penn State, when you go to practice, you guys may have about 100 guys on the field. Now, you're practicing with the Ravens. Of course, it's rookie camp, but there's only about 25 guys on the field. How is that adjustment? Have you adjusted to that volume of players on the field?
Yeah, it's always what I wanted. It's more individualized, and it's more focused on what you got to work on. And with me and our group, it's me and Dalen. So every single practice, each of us are getting better just because it's just me and him. And we're taking all the reps. It gets tiring, but it's just so good because we're learning how to play when we're fatigued. We're learning how to think when we're fatigued. So it's different in college. You have a lot of guys behind you, and you're trying to teach them as well as perform on your side. But here you're trying to get better. You're trying to help the team win. So it's just real more individualized and really more detailed on the little things.
We'll close it out here with Luke Jones.
Odafe, you talked about how much you like to study the game and how you haven't played it for a long time. I was wondering, are there players that you studied closely? I mean, I know you played with Michael Parsons, Shaka Toney at Penn State, but are there players that you've studied to try to model your game after?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't like. I would have said it before I got drafted. I'm not gonna say it now. I don't want to. They're my opponents now. They're people I'm trying to play against and stuff. So I have a few guys, probably 3.